Thanks for tuning in to Old Ass Movie Reviews, episode 15. Today we are reviewing the Ed Wood classic, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
I went for a walk on the beach today.
I don't even know what the beach is. I haven't been there in 20 years.
Yeah, I know. It had, Jesus, I just was thinking about it. It's probably been almost 20 years since I walked on any beach. The last one I can remember going on was the Jersey Shore when we went down for a comic book convention. Me and all my buddies were doing a convention.
I bet the beaches here are almost as nice as Jersey's.
Oh, no, you have no idea what the beaches in Jersey used to be like, man. But oddly enough, the Jersey Shore was pretty well cleaned up by the time we got there.
Well, I'm sure, down here you have the jellyfish to worry about, but up there the similar thing would be the hypodermic needles, right?
Hypodermic needles. Oh my God, you have no idea, dude. That ain't even a joke.
I know.
At one point they were horrible, like insanely bad. Let me try and
They have a different color flag for a needle invasion.
Oh, that's funny.
I am recording.
Funny but true. Trying to figure out where to put that camera.
I don't know. You're in a cage again. There you go.
I'm in the cage again.
It's a steel cage.
There we go. That's a little bit better, I guess. Yeah, but it was actually kind of nice.
Cool.
I might go ahead and get a season pass or something for one of the state parks or something.
Oh yeah.
Because I think there's less people there probably. It's
Yes.
pretty nice. It wasn't that crowded now.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, COVID.
There's one benefit.
Yeah,
I may have to go check out the beach.
Go to the beach.
I usually wait till midnight in the winter to go to the beach. That's usually the least
That's
crowded.
perfect time. Nobody's there.
Yeah.
The moon burn kills me though.
I know, right?
Oh, we vampires. Ugh.
Vampires. Oh, that reminds me of a movie we just watched. Oh,
Come on. We've seen worse.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. We'll talk about that.
It was my absolute favorite movie to review. One of my absolute favorite bad movies, Plan 9 from Outer Space. The Ed Wood Wonder Boy himself. Produced, directed, wrote, and no, he didn't star in it, but he was like everything else in it. He was there.
I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Yeah.
Would you like to start it out?
Did I what?
Would you like to start this one off?
Okay, I have got a ton of notes, and I don't know why I bothered. One of the things that really stuck out is I was going to make a list of all the unnecessary shit in this movie, and then realize that the whole damn thing was unnecessary.
Yeah, I was going to say, how could you?
So I just stopped taking notes about, I don't know, a little ways in. We've watched some shit on our show here. To me, this takes the cake. This is.
No way! I gotta argue with you on this one.
Yes, you can argue with me. No, we haven't. This is bad, man. This should have just never. I won't say it's worse than Devil's Express, but it isn't better.
No, it's not. I don't think it's better. It's better in a different way.
Okay, that's fair.
I would say that it's better in I think Devil's Express lacked any love for what they were doing, and I think with this one, if you watch it, you can see these people were trying to do something good, whereas Devil's Express never struck me as I'm trying to do anything good.
I don't know if I even saw trying. I mean,
hold on, my dog's got a bone right on the floor outside, just
of course
knocking it with her nails. So
of course, that's how I get when I have a bone out in the hallway.
Yeah.
It's okay. I just, man, that was to me. This is it. This is the one that I struggled the hardest to get through.
You out of town, really?
Yeah, I was thankful.
Wow.
I watched it on Tubi, so I was thankful for the commercial breaks because they were more entertaining. Yeah, I made it through. I should get a participation trophy or something. Okay, hold on. I've got notes.
Okay, I want to hear these notes, man. This is awesome.
Okay, the first part that I just have to laugh at is the inside of the airplane. They built it in about an hour with cardboard and wooden half circles for the steering controls. Whole, it's obvious he had no budget and
No.
still went ahead. And you know what? God bless Ed Wood. But that was, oh, holy shit.
Have you never seen any Ed Wood movies before?
No, that is the
Oh my
first.
God, they are genius level bad.
And it may be the last.
No, you gotta see. Oh, you gotta see. Like, I think it's Bride of the Monster. I think is the other one that he did. And
I will give Ed Wood one more shot, but it's going to be a few reviews in because I got to wash this taste
keep
out of my
moving
mouth.
away.
I'm ready for next month when we do Patrick Swayze because at least we're going to have a good month.
Okay, perfect. Now, see, I was wondering, were we going to do Patrick Swayze or the musicals next? But okay, Patrick Swayze month.
Yeah, we
That works
can
for me.
do the musicals, but
Huh?
we can. I figured it was Patrick Swayze month, and then
Patrick Swayze month is good. Yeah.
okay, I'm good with doing musicals next, because it'll be good. Patrick Swayze month will be good. I have no idea what Night of the Lepus is going to do to us. That's it may knock this one out. I don't know.
Man eating bunnies. Large gnashing teeth. Lancelot, go down there and lob its head off.
Look, I'm glad Chopping Mall was good, and Devil Girl from Mars was really good.
Devil Girl from Mars was much better than what we watched.
Yes, it was actually much better than a lot of movies, and
Yeah.
I think it's because the acting was top notch in there, and it was just it suffered from a bad title. This is I love the cardboard crypt in the cemetery. Let's get a giant cardboard box. We'll just cut a little hole in it. And, oh
Yep.
my god.
How about
Um,
the grass that was laying there when somebody falls down, the whole sheet of grass moves?
yeah.
That's brilliant.
So Plan 9 was to resurrect the dead. What?
There
Go
is a
ahead.
movie on Amazon Prime right now called Plan 9.
Is this the remake?
Somebody went out and remade Plan 9 from Outer Space. And I just watched the trailer to it and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. Because I think they use the exact same script.
Oh my god.
I know. But the zombies look better.
This is as off the wall as this story is. It could have been done better had it they had a budget,
Oh, yeah.
had they had time. It could have been a very entertaining movie. And I think honestly, this is going to be a case where the sets killed this movie for me. The inside
Mhm.
of a spaceship, as a square room with a desk. Yeah, I'm going to fly from a desk and a radio control. I'm turning the radio knobs and we're not launching. Oh my God. At least try. I mean, Star Trek at least had some freaking colored buttons. I know it was black and white, but
I
still.
was going to say, Ed Wood was filming in black and white, pal. Give him a
They could
break.
have flashed. They could have flashed. There is a colorized version on Tubi. I did not watch it. I watched the original black and white,
Oh,
but
is there? Now I'm going to have to go see if I can find the colorized version
it
and see
is.
what.
If you go onto Tubi, the colorized version is right there beside the regular.
All right, I'm going to have to look. That's cool.
So somebody did take the time to colorize it. I'm not sure why.
I don't know why. Have you
um,
ever seen the movie Ed Wood?
yes.
I'm shocked then. I'm surprised that you didn't like this movie better.
No.
Or at least try and give him some credit. My
Hmm.
problem with Ed Wood is, and I've from some of the other articles I've read about him and interviews that I've heard from other people, it he never took the time to learn the craft that he wanted to do. And I honestly think if he'd have just taken a freaking night course in editing or a night course in how to direct something, he probably would have had a better product. Maybe rewrote a story instead of doing the first draft and going, here you go, let's go film it.
You know, and I'm going to diss this movie hard. However, I mean, you're absolutely right. He was out there, he was doing it. He obviously loved it.
Yeah,
Um, it's just a shame that it didn't come together better. That's this is freaking bad, dude.
it's bad when the best actor in the entire movie is Tor Johnson.
Wasn't he? I will, and he didn't do anything really, except in the beginning he had some dialogue, but after that,
And even
his
that dialogue
face,
was delivered better than any of the other dialogue in
yes,
that freaking movie.
but his face and how much he threw himself into being a zombie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I Okay, here it is. Here's a positive. I love Tor Johnson in this movie.
Yeah, there's nothing to dislike about him.
um,
Just this big monster zombie, man.
his face, his
Yeah,
face
the
was
way he
was
held his,
fucking awesome.
it's amazing. The best line for me, and has always been, when the good-looking guy and the wife are hugging each other, and he's getting ready to fly off to do whatever. Not sure whether he was military or whether he was supposed to be just a regular airline
I think he was
guy.
just a commercial pilot or
Just a
something.
commercial
Yeah.
pilot? Okay. But he's telling her, like, you have to be safe. And she's like, well, they're out there. I'm right here. And the Martians are up there, but I'm going to be in there. And she's like nodding everything with her head, like in what direction she's talking about. And the word there was used about 6 times in one sentence.
This could have used a rewrite or two. Uh, it definitely could have used a rewrite or two.
Yeah.
Ed Wood needed better friends.
He just needed
Seriously.
better actor friends, is all.
Well, he needed somebody to reel his ass in. Say, wait a minute, Ed, this is
No,
not
they
going to
were all
work.
crazy. They were all freaking crazy.
And I get it. I love the art of making a movie. This was painful. It was, to me, it was just a struggle to watch. I can watch bad stuff. Yes, I had a hard time, dude.
I
I actually
love
had to
this
stop, go
movie.
take a nap, and return to because I had to get my stamina up to finish it.
My cheeks are hurting because I'm laughing so much. Oh, this movie is one of my all-time favorite bad movies. I've seen this movie, I couldn't tell you how many times. I've watched it countless times. I absolutely adore this movie for the exact reason, because it's so freaking bad. I was like 9 or 10 probably when I first saw this movie, and I knew it was bad then.
Damn.
I would watch that movie and go, well, he just basically knocked over a tombstone when he's walking. The tree's not that great. Um, Vampira had a good moment where she comes in the first time and she's like, she got her hands up. That's one of the most iconic moments in motion picture history. And it's in one of the worst movies
Yeah.
ever made.
It was- okay.
Yes. Just
There,
start anywhere,
I,
man.
I
Just start anywhere.
I don't even know how to follow that up other than Solar Night. We're going to humans are okay. Now here's something positive I can say about the movie. Okay, this is a theme that is done over and over since then, and maybe even before.
Uh,
Humanity is going to, because we're a bunch of stupid assholes and we like to destroy everything, we're going to end up destroying the universe. And that
right.
was the takeaway I got from this movie, that these aliens were coming to stop humanity from progressing to the point where they passed the atom bomb and hydrogen
Mhm.
bomb, and now they're going to blow up the sun, which will cause a chain reaction and destroy all of the universe. Yeah, that's crazy sounding, but the whole premise was that's what we do and have done. And I've
Right.
seen it in so many movies. It's why you go to Battlestar Galactica, the Cylons like, oh no, humans, you got to die. We are the virus.
Right.
So it was kind of a lofty story to cram it into such a horrible movie. So that's where it had potential, and that's where it also lost. It's like, oh my God, you went that far and did it, but oh man, I got notes.
How did you like the big jock's reaction? Oh yeah? I just proved my point, jackass. You can't even take criticism.
Yeah,
Just for that, I'm gonna kick your ass.
the they couldn't. They obviously didn't film at the same time every day,
Oh
because
no.
it went night day, night day, night day, night day, in the same scene.
Oh
And
yeah. Well, they had that night scene in the graveyard all the time, no matter what time of day it
well, they were
was. It was
inside,
always night.
obviously.
How many times did they use the Bela Lugosi? I counted at least four times where he's walking out of the woods into the graveyard. No, not that one. The real
Oh.
one. The real Bela Lugosi. Not the chiropractor. He's got his stand up arms, and he's like a foot taller than Bella. Ah, but bad. Very funny though.
It was. It's really hard for me to find positives. Other than they made a movie, and as you said before, it had moving pictures, so it was a movie.
Moving pictures.
It
I've
had
already
moving
noticed.
pictures. Uh, I think everybody should watch it. As much as it was a struggle for me to get through, um, it's a good movie to watch again. When I see stuff like this, it reinforces the need to create, the need to
Right.
go out and do something, whatever it is you're doing, whether it's painting, drawing, writing, music, go do it, because while there's always somebody better than you, there's definitely always somebody worse than you. So,
Right. And make sure somebody sees that movie first before they
yeah.
see yours.
Oh, you think my movie sucks? Let me show you something. I'm a genius.
Yeah, I'm a freaking genius. I'm worse than freaking Wells over here compared to this guy.
I mean, not everything is going to be great. Not, but this, damn, man, it was hard.
I love this movie. I love it because it's so bad. And he
Now, I
tried so hard, but he didn't know how to try. That's the problem. It's like somebody, he just had a camera and was like, okay, I got this camera. I know how to set it on a tripod so it doesn't shake, but that's really about all the training I've got.
that's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Now the Madmen of Madragus, is that it? Yeah, Hitler's
Mandora's
brain,
Madmen of Mandoras.
Mandoras. Yeah, the Madmen of Mandoras. Not the college added stuff that the students
Yeah,
did, but
yeah.
just the original without that did a better job than this.
And yeah, and it was a bad movie. They even
It was
had
a
Hitler
bad
in
movie,
the
but
jar.
it hit it had the right ingredients. Even though they may not have cooked as long as they should have, the
Right.
cake got made. Whereas when they went in with the extra stuff to make, they saved Hitler's brain. You ended up with Plan 9.
Right, right,
It was just like,
exactly. Like it was 10 for me. You add the college stuff into the Madmen of Mandoros, and it's worse than they say than Plan 9
yeah,
from outer space. Um, the big problem I think with Plan 9 from outer space is, if I remember correctly in reading, is he wanted to just make a zombie movie because monster movies were selling.
right.
But he needed money, so he somehow managed to sucker in a Baptist church to give him money to make movies. And the plan was that he was going to make Christian movies off of the money he made from this movie, but they didn't want zombies because zombies were bad. Everybody likes science fiction, though. Okay, we'll make it science fiction. Oh, and Bob here's an actor. That was the guy with the shoulders 5 feet wide who looked the part of an actor, but never acted in his life. He wants to act. You make him your star. Okay, now he's got to make a zombie picture, a science fiction picture, and he added like 3 actors. I think this Baptist minister wanted him to add, if I'm not mistaken, of people that weren't part of his group. Like he hung out with some really strange people.
Yeah.
And he was strange himself, but they all were strange together, and they all knew, how to act. You throw in the Christian Baptist guys, and all of a sudden you got a bunch of Hollywood freaks in with these nice Christian people who are looking at him like, what in the hell is going on? And that's when you get Plan 9 from outer space.
I'm, it was just bad.
It's just bad. The name of the movie originally was Crap, I wrote it down. I don't have my notes with me. Um,
Okay, so you went to look up the original title.
yeah, I got the original title was Grave Robbers from Outer Space.
Okay, that's a better
But they
title.
didn't want grave robbers. They didn't want zombies. They didn't want all the crap that actually would have probably made it not a great movie, but his original idea, if they would have just stuck with it, probably would have been better. Um, yeah, I have the cockpit set also. How do you like whenever they were flying? Nobody had their hands on anything.
No, no.
The guy's got the notes. He's like, hey, yeah, hey, I'm gonna flirt with the chick over here over my shoulder.
I don't know what this cardboard wheel is, but it might work.
The other guy's looking out the window. Hey, Bob, are you thinking about something? Yeah. And
You
you go
know,
flying.
I guess that's again, I go to the sets killed this movie for me
Right, right.
because it would have, yes, it would have taken more work and more time and a little bit more money, but you didn't have to do anything super fancy, but you can do more than hang curtains up on a wall and put a desk in the middle of a empty room to like I'm on a spaceship.
That,
What?
that
No,
was
come
a
on.
shower curtain, by the way, too.
Yeah, it's I met. I think you nailed it. It was here's somebody who knew how to set up a camera and run it.
Right,
And this is what happens when you give a child a camera
right.
and say go make a movie. They're going to make a movie. It's going to look like this.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a bad movie.
yeah, they're going to have cheap sets and stuff and do things, which is great. But this was not Ed's first movie, was it?
Right.
No.
No, no, no. His first movie was Glenn or Glenda, I believe.
Okay.
Glenn or Glenda is the transvestite or cross-dressing uh, movie that he made,
Right.
which probably made just as much money as you would think it would make back in the 50s.
I'd like to see it to see if it's any better.
It's horrible. I've seen it.
Okay.
It's I saw it once. It is beyond freaking horrible. It is beyond. I don't think I ever want to see it again.
Fair enough.
But feel free. I'm sure it's floating around out there
I'm sure it
somewhere.
is. I mean,
But it is a bad, bad movie. Hmm, not good at all.
good God.
Um,
Now this is
the narration in it.
that was another problem. I did not like the narration. I
Right.
thought it was unnecessary. Again, if I would list everything, it was unnecessary. That's all. There would be the entire freaking movie. Uh,
I was gonna say the whole movie's unnecessary,
it is.
but it's so fun.
I didn't. I did not have the fun that you had in it.
Really, I
And I'll
really
respect that, but it's
we usually pretty much on board with each other. Like,
not on this one. This one, I will go watch The Devil's Express again.
oh my Lord.
Yeah,
I think you'd have to put a gun to my head to make me watch that one again.
that's how I feel about Plan 9.
Understandable, man. Absolutely understandable.
I liked seeing it, but man, I need a palate cleanse. And what we have coming up next week, I don't know if it's going to do it or not.
Giant man-eating bunnies is not going to do it for me, man.
Oh man, it has potential. It has so much potential.
Does it? Does it
It's got
stop
rabbits.
with gnashing teeth? Does it really have potential? I don't think so.
Oh yes, can't wait to get to the next month.
How about the gun safety moments that were all over that movie?
The gun safety moments.
Don't tell me you missed every gun safety moment. The
Do tell.
inspectors, the cops, they all have their hands, their finger in the trigger of the gun, and the one cop's scratching his neck, the other one's pushing his hat back, the other one's pointing in
Oh,
every
those type
direction.
of moments, yes. And
The other one he does the same thing. They're sitting there talking, and he's got the gun, and he's like, "Hey, Bob," he's like shaking it in the guy's face. I'm like, "Holy crap!"
the pilot who was a Marine just grabbed that pistol and was just pointing it everywhere as well too. And it's like, yeah.
I love the question. Do you know how to use a gun? I was a Marine for 4 years. Motherfucker, you were a typist. Do you know how to use a gun? You worked in the clerical office. Do you know how to use a goddamn gun or not? I didn't ask you whether you're a Marine.
Oh, well, that goes with when we watched Chopping Mall. The
Yeah,
final
yeah,
girl knew how to do everything because her dad was a Marine.
yeah. It's
It's
like,
like, is it
well,
is it the go-to?
I mean, the Marines must be great because you just know everything.
Yeah,
And now, if you're a Marine, don't get mad at me. I'm talking about the way they write Marines in movies, not real Marines. I've met real Marines. I'm cool with real Marines. Talking about the way military and Marines are written in movies, especially bad ones like Chopping Mall
right.
and Plan 9 from Outer Space. You just, if you watch him, you'll be upset if you're a Marine. You'll go, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Oh
I just
God,
wanted to clarify that so I don't get my ass beat by a bunch of Marines.
I think they'll agree with you on the
Yeah.
portrayal. Yeah, I don't have any other notes on it.
Oh,
I do want to go back and watch the Johnny Depp Tim Burton Ed Wood movie again. I do remember enjoying it, and I would probably be less harsh on it if I remembered it or had been a refresher on what Ed went through and what he was doing. But
yeah.
uh, this this is Tree Pirate level.
You didn't appreciate the Criswell opening?
No,
How could you not appreciate the Criswell opening? We here on this planet Earth, spinning through space, in space on a space, doing
yeah.
space things. In the end
Oh,
of time, with time, you have time, I've got time.
that was
Again, another rewrite couldn't have hurt you, buddy.
a few rewrites would have actually been really good for this. I think it had the starting of a story in there. And when you mention what he wanted to do versus what he ended up having to do,
Right.
I do cut him some slack on it, but it was just poorly executed, poorly edited. Just the story needed
Mm.
some rewrites. There needed to be actors in it, and it was just, oh god, it was bad. It was bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a bad movie. For Scott, it is a bad, bad movie.
Oh yeah,
Nothing
it's a
comes
bad
out of
bad
it.
movie. It never
For
gets good.
me, for me, it's a great bad movie, which means I have watched this thing a dozen times easy in my life, and I love it because it's so bad. I personally have seen a lot worse. Devil's Express is one of them. I would even put Eat My Dust up there, the one that we did a few months or almost a month ago by
Yeah.
now. Yeah, even that one
Although it's
to
a
me
bad
is
one.
worse than this one. At least they had a budget. At least Eat My Dust had a budget. Um,
Yeah.
the way he filmed Bella Lugosi in this was he just happened to have some film and a camera and was filming Bella. He was never meant to be in this movie.
Hmm.
So he took that after Bela Lugosi died. He was like, well, how can I get my friend in this movie? And he used that film footage. Had Bella lived and they made this movie, I honestly think the movie would have been at least a step better
Right.
because you would have had Bela Lugosi in it. I mean, for all his drug problems and drinking and all the problems that he had, he's still a better actor than any of those guys ever could have
Right.
possibly been. Tor Johnson maybe would have been brought up a notch at that point.
Yeah, and that's a good point about Bella that just the way he found a way to work him into the movie and
Right.
everything. So that's admirable. I get it. But yeah, that's Eat My Dust, Devil's Express, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, Gone in 60 Seconds. I forgot about that one.
Those
See,
are
I
all
had that one blocked out of my head. I put a
yeah.
wall there. I put a
I think
wall.
this while they're all bad movies, I think this just took it to a level that will like, oh my God, I didn't think you could get this bad. I mean, you're already bad, but then it takes it another step. Uh, it was painful, dude. I have never, like you, when you wanted to walk out of the movie and realize you were in your own house and it would be awkward, I almost did the same thing.
Right. You're like, I'm leaving. Your wife's like, where are you going?
I've had
Oh,
enough of this.
I'm going over. I'm going to stand over there now.
I'm going to watch this commercial and relax.
No, I love this movie. I really do. I love it that it's so bad, and I really wanted you to love it because it was so bad too. But I know we're not always going to agree
We're
on
not going
how
to meet on this one.
much you love them. Like I said, Devil's Express. You'd have to put a gun to my head to make me watch that one again. Um, I don't think I'll ever watch Gone in 60 Seconds again.
Oh
I'll
no,
never watch Eat My Dust again.
no.
Um, trying to think of what else we've seen. Coffee. I'll definitely watch Coffee again.
Yeah.
I like Coffee.
Um, Even Dolomite is so
Yeah,
bad, but I will
Dolomite.
watch the hell out of Dolomite.
See, and to me, like I said in the Dolomite review, it's my Plan 9 from outer space for black exploitation.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about Dolomite. It's just so bad, but I love it so much. You know?
I get it. I get it. I get it. Now, Dolomite is to me is bad on many levels, and that's one
Right.
I can watch.
Yeah.
And it suffers a lot of the same problems that Plan 9 does.
Hmm.
So not to just continually rag on Ed Wood, but I don't remember a cardboard set on Dolomite.
The warden's office. Warden's
Okay,
office was
you
paper
got
mache
me.
or whatever the heck it was.
You got me. Gone in 60 seconds with the decorative metal
Yep.
restraining screen in a cop car. And
for,
yeah,
for no apparent reason. But again, I think whenever you're making a movie with super low budget or no budget, you gotta cut costs. You gotta
oh,
cut
absolutely.
corners. And I don't know because I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that would know how to do it. But there's got to be an angle that you can shoot at, or a paint that you can throw on it to make it look like it is what you want it to look like. The Ed Wood cockpit was just horrible. Was just freaking. It was a piece of wood with a semicircle on it for the I don't
In a
know
room.
the steering column,
Yeah.
whatever you call it for an airplane. I'm sorry, I'm not a pilot. I don't know. Um, yeah, it's horrible. I mean, they weren't hitting any buttons. The one guy literally, they at one point they don't even have their hands on the wheels of the plane. The one guy is sitting there looking down at a piece of paper on a clipboard, and the other guy's looking out the window.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking around like they don't have a communications guy and they don't have a navigations
Right.
officer. There should be at least two more guys in that cockpit with them.
Nope, not today.
Nope, not today.
No,
Not in the
and
food movie, mister.
yeah, you brought up there should be a way with a camera angle or paint or something. I took part in a movie a couple years ago. It's called Spriggan, and
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
Spriggan,
Spriggan?
Spriggan. It's a
Okay.
mythical beast. Um, Not sure where it's watchable right now, but it is out there on the internet.
Uh-huh.
I think there's some fantasy channel on Roku or something that it's on. But we did a scene inside a cave, and it looks very real. It looks like we're in a cave. In
Hmm.
reality, we're in a barn with craft paper, brown craft paper that has been
Right.
crumpled up, stuck on the walls, and then spray painted, and it looks like a frickin' cave.
Right.
So there are tricks now. You know, if Ed didn't take the time to learn those tricks.
Yeah. And I think that was always his biggest problem. I think he thought he should just know it and was mad that nobody saw his genius, but he never took time to cultivate his genius. Because I can't imagine what he could have maybe accomplished had he actually had some talent. Because he
If
had
he
all the
did,
art in the world, man. I mean, he was. I can't imagine what he could have done with good actors if he had taken the time to learn his job, which is directing and storytelling.
yeah. Here's one thing Ed had. Ed had drive,
Yeah.
he had ambition, and he had heart, and that's something missing from people who just have money.
Hmm.
Ed made movies because he wanted to make movies, and
Right.
I admire the hell out of it. This is still a bad movie. It doesn't change that for me. But I will always respect the person who goes out and tries and
Right.
does it,
Right.
no matter how it comes out.
Yeah, I would agree with
But
that.
that's I'll give him that. I think that's when I say he needed better friends. He needed people to help him. He needed people who knew
Mhm.
those things. He needed his circle to be able to do that. He had a way
Right.
to make the movies happen and come together to film. So he just needed a better circle.
Yeah, he needed, and there's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot to be said for artists of any genre that need to step out of their circle. Sometimes the people that you think are going to get you there are the people that are the anchor holding you back.
Absolutely.
Usually, it's very obvious to everyone. Um, that's outside of your circle looking in.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's not as obvious for the person that thinks this is going to be great. And I don't know about you, but I know I've had to cut ties with people that are just like, yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
done now. We're done here
Yeah.
today. And it's just
The
because you can't take so much negative energy coming in on you. And at some point, you just got to go,
the
bye.
uh, the blacklist is real.
Yeah,
It
exactly,
is. There
exactly.
absolutely is.
You're
You have to
off
look at
my Christmas list this year.
yeah.
You're off my Christmas list.
You have to surround yourself with people who are going to drive you in the right direction, and you're all going
Right.
to share in that vision and be able to carry it. And when the negativity starts, you can't have that
Mhm.
in there. And it's just you may like the people, but
Right.
man, sometimes you just can't work with that. And
Yeah.
he needed better friends.
Yeah, he definitely needed somebody to go, hey, Ed, I know this guy who can teach you how to direct.
Yeah,
You know, I know a guy and I know a place where you can go to learn what you want to do.
and if
And,
he'd
I don't
been
know if
able
he
to
would
edit
listen.
better or there's so much that could have made this better. I you could keep the damn story as it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can work with that and actually probably make a pretty entertaining movie.
Right.
Given
That's why I
time
want
and
to
money,
watch the remake, the Plan 9 remake.
let me know.
Oh,
I'm
I
not brave
will.
enough.
I will. I'm not going to watch it right away. I don't think I can.
So for Plan 9 for Outer Space, my review is hell no, never again. It's freaking horrible. However, that being said, I think it's important to watch. I
Mhm.
think it's there's some good that can be come from it
Yeah.
just to see just to tell yourself, hey, I don't suck that bad. Uh,
Right. Right.
so
No, I get it. And my thing is that it's such a bad movie. I absolutely love it. I will watch it again. Hell, I'll probably watch it in a couple of weeks. I'll be honest with you, because I
yeah,
love
hey,
bad Ed Wood movies. I've never been able to watch Glen or Glenda twice. I've only seen it, I think, the one time, many, many moons ago, and it was horrible. But Ed Wood, again, I don't know if he would have listened to anybody.
probably
If
not.
somebody would have come forward and said, "Hey, man, I can teach you how to direct. I see what you're trying to do. I see your movies. I can teach you." And I've often wondered whether that ever happened to him. Whether somebody came to him and was like, "I can be your mentor. Let me show you how to do this." And he just, because I just imagine him going, "No, I'm a genius," and walking away.
And that could have been.
You
That could have
know,
been,
if
and
that's the case, then it's all on him.
it is. Yeah, I mean, it's so much.
110%.
So you've been watching anything else?
Um, Trying to think. I watch a lot of old sitcoms. I like the old Bob Newhart
Right.
sitcom where he's the psychiatrist or the psychologist. Mary Tyler Moore. I don't usually watch too much of the new stuff. The one series that you and I were watching and always talking about was The Good Place.
Yes,
And I'm kind of depressed that it's over. That's a fantastic series.
it
That is a
absolutely is.
fantastic, especially that first season is just it keeps you guessing the whole time in the first season.
I could we could do 2 hours discussion about the good place. It is
Hey,
so
man, if you want, it's on Netflix. I'll watch that whole thing again, and we can sit down and talk
I'm not
about it.
ready to go through it again.
No, no, but it's
But it was
anytime
excellent.
you want. I'm there because that is a great series, well written. I'm not a big American television fan since many years. I think Wings and Cheers is probably the last ones that I really watched and thought, hey, these are great.
Right.
I know you're looking at me like, how can this man say these things? But I'm a huge fan of British television,
Right.
like British sitcoms. I love British sitcoms. Um, Like I will sit there and watch Waiting for God over and over. I'll watch the shit. What is the one series that I watch constantly? Are You Being Served?
Oh my God, that's a great series that I have not seen in years.
That is an
Oh
absolutely
my God,
must
yes.
watch if you want to see how to get coworkers in a working environment to work together poorly. That yeah, it's just great.
Yeah.
And then there's The Last of the Summer Wine, which is probably my ultimate favorite sitcom. It's just these four little old men that go around town causing trouble. Like the entire series, it's like the thing was on for like 35 or 40 years. I forgot
Wow.
how long, but it's only like 6 or 7 because the way they do it in Britain was like 6 or 7 episodes per season.
Right.
They'd skip a couple of seasons, they'd come back, but it was just hysterical. Keeping up appearances. Uh, I just love old British sitcoms, and they're just to me they're very well written. There are a lot of character development in there. Even the newer ones I'm really liking some of the newer stuff. And I don't know, American comedy always after the 70s, after probably Cheers, after that era of television, they
Mhm.
started going for the punchline.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, punch. 1, 2, 3, punch. 1, 2. And if you didn't get that 1, 2, 3 punch, oh, it's a horrible sitcom. No, that's a horrible sitcom. What you're writing, this is absolutely horrible. That's why I stopped watching Friends because Friends started out really good. Then everybody started watching it, and it started being written for me. I could see the difference in the writing. I don't know if they changed writers, but you could see the difference in the writing by about third or fourth season. It started becoming the make them laugh, make them laugh, make them
Yeah.
laugh, not setting up a joke.
Not
Um,
writing to be funny, writing for the laugh and
yeah,
the
they were writing for the 1, 2, 3 punchline.
yeah.
There's a series called Red Dwarf, which is another British sitcom which I freaking love. And season 10, they did a joke, but it was a joke that kept getting revisited for like the first half of the show. And it was about a moose. And I can't even go through the whole thing. It's just very funny. If anybody's got BritBox, go to season 10, watch watch the entire series of Red Dwarf. But they didn't do the 1, 2, 3 joke. You saw this joke coming from a mile away. They give you the setup within the first 4 or 5 minutes, and you're like, this is going to get repeated. You just know it's going to get
Right.
repeated, and it gets repeated, and you're like, oh my god, that's brilliant. And then the next character comes in, and you're like, oh no, they're not going to do this again. And they set up the joke again, slap you again. But the way it's set up is just hysterical. And it's all about a moose. It's just so stupid. It's just hysterical. But that's for me, that's writing. That's you're telegraphing the joke.
Hmm.
You're letting the person know that joke's coming or that punchline or that moment is coming. And now all you have to do is sit there and wait for it as the viewer. And there's too many writers nowadays that don't do that. And it's difficult, I'm sure. I mean, it's difficult for me to tell a freaking 4 panel joke, 6 panel joke, and get it to make any sense. But it's worth it. Whenever I make myself chuckle, I'm like, okay, this is where I stop.
Right.
Whether that's right or not, or whether I need to go back in and write 15 more times, I don't know. But that's when I start chuckling at something stupid I've written, I'm like, oh, okay, that's. I
You
think I
got
got.
it.
It. I think I'm gonna stop right there. Maybe I could push it, maybe not. Um, but it's all in the writing, and I think movies are all in the writing.
Hmm.
Writers get shit on a lot. From what I've read and what I've seen, I mean, I got an entire thing of books behind me that's mostly about writing and cartooning, and they just seem to get pooped on a whole lot by people with money,
Yeah.
because they figure, well, I need to get some big name actor in here to make your words make any sense. When most of those actors really aren't that great at acting. I mean, some of them are really good. Some of
Hmm.
them have a niche. Will Smith plays Will Smith in a movie. Very rarely does he break break out. Sometimes when he does, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Other times when he does, you just scratch your head and go, "Why are you trying that?" Go back and be Will Smith.
No, I get it. I get it. I have been watching American TV. I will say this is I'm watching Cobra Kai right now.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that. I have that in my queue.
It is a must watch.
Mhm.
I'm glad Netflix picked it up because I just didn't want to pay for YouTube.
Right,
So
right, right.
the fact it's on there now, almost through the first season, it is so damn good. It is, my God, it is so funny. Um, and there's so many callbacks to the first movie,
Yeah,
and all the characters are there, and they have taken it and they have flipped it.
yeah,
You find yourself rooting for Johnny.
yeah. For the guy who was the bad guy, that's what
Yeah.
it looked
And
like.
now Ralph Macchio is Daniel LaRusso is the asshole.
Right,
It is
right,
so cool how they did it. And their kids are following in the same trajectory that they did as high schoolers in the 80s.
right,
And
right.
it's you're seeing a repeat of the movie, so many callbacks to Mr. Miyagi and stuff
Mhm.
goes on, and the humor is absolutely hilarious.
That's
So
cool.
damn good, must watch.
That's cool.
You
But
will
you
like
know,
it.
you say that's American TV, but that was two guys that want to do something outside of the the networks.
Right.
They did this on their own,
Yeah.
and they got picked up. So I'm hoping that really pays off for them because those two guys, it looks like they really worked their rear ends off on this.
Yeah. And Will Smith is actually one of the producers.
Get out of town, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for him. Good
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah. So it's yeah, I said American TV because it was produced here. But
Right, right. No,
and
I
you
get it.
were
I get it.
talking BritBox. But yeah, it's one that obviously there's a lot of love in it, and I
Mhm.
think anybody who enjoys the Karate Kid series will absolutely love Cobra Kai. It's funny, and man, does it have heart.
Yeah,
It's so good.
that's what I look for in a good show. A
Yeah.
little bit of hope.
Be sure and tune in next week on Halloween for Night of the Lepus.